My name's Dennis Legasse, and I'm the franchise owner of United Water Restoration Group, Atlanta North. I own a little over 6 territories. Now, prior to becoming a franchise owner, I was in the construction supply business. Materials that were used for building materials in homes and industrial buildings, both manufacturers and distributors. What pushed me into being a franchise owner was I did a lot of research into what might be a good business to be in. I looked for businesses that I felt maybe were recession resistant. I looked for businesses that I thought Amazon probably wasn't going to want to be in, and worked through a broker and learned of 3 or 4 different alternatives. And the one that was the best was United Water Restoration Group. The factors that got me out of my previous role is my job was eliminated in corporate America. So at the time I was 58 years old, I was making pretty good money, and thought I would get into another corporate role making pretty good money. But what I learned was after a year and a half of searching that nobody really wanted to pay a 58-year-old the kind of money I was expecting to get paid. So I decided put my name on a shingle of my own. I'd been trained to run businesses my whole career, so it was a natural fit for me to move into that. So corporate America frustrations they're many. I worked in corporate America at a time where there was an actual training program and then there was a career path that you could develop with their help. But beyond that, as time went on, there was no training and there really was no need for people to be around for very long. You became a number, you became just another moving part. So when we started our company, I wanted to make sure that we weren't like that. The franchise support team here is very good. Whenever we have a question, if we don't get them on the first phone call, they'll call us within half an hour. Really got all the bases covered from marketing to operations management to back office stuff. Good leadership, good people who care about your business. I don't do the work myself because I want to work on my business and not in my business. I want to own a company, not be self-employed. There's a difference. The hiring process with getting talent is always challenging. The first thing that we did was establish the kind of culture we wanted in our company. Then we hired people that we thought would fit that culture. We like a family environment in our company, and the people we have now fit that role. They're all part of a family. They all get along well. They all care about one thing, that's making the customer happy. The hiring process is tough, and you're busy. Right? You've got a lot of plates you're spinning at one time, and when you're running that kind of business and you need help in hiring, I've had some success in just calling Chrissy, explain, here's my problem. I know you understand what we need. You understand how our culture is. Can you help me with recruiting some people? She took the ball and ran with it, and I hired 2 people that she actually did the groundwork on getting those people interested in our company. One of them didn't stick, but one of them is one of our best guys. So the culture at UWRG is one it's a family environment. So you're going to deal with the people at corporate. They're your brothers and your sisters. They care about your business. They care about your success, and they're going to do everything to ensure that that happens. Just like any brother or sister would look out for his sibling to make sure that they got pointed in the right direction and were as successful as they can be. Not having experience in this industry didn't really matter because of the support you'd get and the things you would learn through both the franchise headquarters staff and if you went and got certifications through IICRC. I think there's a different plan if you're going to go out and do the business yourself. If your intention is to just own a business and manage it to grow it, if you understand business, business is business. You don't have to have experience in water mitigation or mold remediation or fire restoration to be successful. Run a good business. This model and system should work anywhere in this country, should work anywhere, especially when plumbing is involved. Right? Plumbing isn't something that lasts forever. Something will break. A toilet's going to back up. A tub's going to overflow. A water heater's going to break. There are tubs, toilets, and water heaters in every house in any state in this country. So plumbers fix the damage. They fix the plumbing. Somebody's got to fix the water damage. That's where we come in. If the water doesn't get fixed properly, then you've got mold. If there's mold there, that's where we come in too. A new franchise owner, regardless of their background, not having any construction background, not having any plumbing background, can be successful. It comes down to getting the right people to do the right jobs and to run a good business. You know, your job's to run the good business. Your job's to hire the right people to do the right things that need to be done. If you don't know what needs to be done, listen to the franchise people. They'll help you understand what needs to be done and you can act accordingly. When we get phone calls from a customer who's had an issue, water damage, pipe burst, house is flooded, that isn't their best day. They're stressed, it was unplanned for, nobody plans for these things. Our job is to not only get there as quick as we can, to make them understand that when we're done, everything's going to be okay. Right now, it doesn't feel good, but let us do our thing, and we'll get your house back to the way it should be before all of this mess happened. In our territory, when we started, there were 4 of us. There was my wife and me, and we had a marketer from day one, and we had 1 technician. We had 2 trucks. 1 truck was used by the marketer until we needed it. The other truck was used by the technician. Fast forward 3.5 years, almost 4 years. We now have 6 trucks. We have 5 teams of 2 technicians, 1 lead technician and 1 trainee. We have a marketer, we have a general manager, and myself. So there's 14 of us now. There was 4 when we started. The financials of our business from year 1, I thought, well, we should make money, from day 1. That was a mistake. You're not going to make money in your first year, I don't believe, because there's lots of startup costs and nobody knows you. But if you do all the right things, if you follow the guidance that you're getting at the corporate office, if you've got a good business sense, then you'll see things begin to change. You will become known. You will get more jobs. The jobs will get bigger. And suddenly your business is starting to grow. We started our business a year before the whole COVID thing started. Actually, it wasn't even a whole year. We were 8 months into our business and COVID came along. We never missed a day during COVID. We were an essential service, and we were out working every day. In fact, our business grew in a huge way throughout the first full year of COVID. What excites me about this business and the future in this business is pipes are going to break in a house in good times or in recessionary times. They're going to break. There's always going to be a need. So marketing is a very critical part of this business, as it is in most businesses. So here at United Water Restoration Group, there's kind of a 2-sided coin, if you will, to marketing. You have field marketing that Tiffany's in charge of. Tiffany's done this work in the field. She's had a lot of success. She knows what she's talking about. If you listen to her and your marketer listens to her, you're going to be successful. The other side is the digital marketing. Turner's involved with that. Turner's an expert in all of that stuff, far more expert than I ever will be. I trust Turner to guide us in the right direction in the digital marketing area, because I frankly don't know what that direction should be. It's a different kind of marketing than what I learned in business school. I can't stress enough how important a field marketer is. First and foremost, you as an owner can't be, nor should you be, out knocking on the doors yourself, trying to establish your company. You need to depend and rely and trust someone else to do that. They may be experienced in the industry, they may not be, but if they have the right makeup, if they have the right drive, if they have good listening skills, and if they take good direction, they can be successful. They'll do what needs to be done to make your brand, aware create brand awareness for your brand in the markets with the people you're targeting. If you don't do that and you just wait for the phone to ring, you're going to wait a long time. The beauty about having a successful marketer is that when they attract the interest of a plumber and he decides, or she decides, to work with you, man, that's a gift that just keeps giving. I think what we do better than our competition is we work for the homeowner. We work for the business owner, as opposed to a number of competitors who work for insurance companies. A lot of them in our market in Atlanta work that way. Now, when you're a preferred vendor for an insurance company, who do you really work for? The insurance company. We are not a preferred vendor with any carrier, for the simple reason that we wanted to be able to go in and help the insured get everything that they were entitled to and explain to them how we could do that. When I went and decided that United Water Restoration was the business I wanted to own, I was fortunate because I was in a marketplace, living in a marketplace that they had no coverage. So as a result of that, and by the way, Atlanta, if you don't know, is the 8th largest city in the country. It's growing. People are moving into Atlanta. They're not moving out of Atlanta. So the likelihood that there'll be plenty of business for the foreseeable future is high. I was the first one in that area. Therefore, I did what I thought was the right thing, and I bought up as much territory as I could. And I tried to buy that territory where the demographics seemed to be the greatest. People had high net worth, lived in big houses in the suburbs. Big houses, big bills, when things break, it's a big expense. So I bought as much as I could at the time, and I think as time goes on, I may well buy more.